Greetings. What's going on, guys? Y'all know the vibes, man. We are live. We live. Hey, yo, if you guys can hear me, if y'all can see me, type one in the chat. I just want to make sure that my live is working. Had a little bit of some new updates to the live software, so I want to make sure everything's working. Make sure it's working, and I'm crisp, I'm clean. You can hear me, right? Type one in the chat if you can hear me. You can see me. Everything's good. We'll get into a little housekeeping, man, before we get into the Q&A. Hey, if you are new to the lives, I want you to know that I am like Black Santa Claus in this motherfucker, right? I know Christmas was a couple days ago. Who cares? I'm still serving gifts. I'm still giving out gifts. The value I have for you guys today is my free fat loss system. That's right. The 50 and 5 month formula is available for you guys exclusively through this live session. It's the system that I used to lose 50 pounds in 5 months, if you can't tell by the name, and then also that I've utilized to help hundreds and hundreds of guys, gals, motherfuckers who want to be exceptional do the same, if not faster. I got people using that method, that system, things that I got in that guide, losing 50 pounds in 4 months, 3 months, 2 months. If you want access to that, go ahead and get your free copy. Links in the description. I'm also dropping it in the chat one more again. Guys, if you can hear me, see me, type one in the chat. Okay, I got a couple ones coming through. Okay, well, we got Vince saying, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Ghost is saying, yo, like breezy. Spazzed in. That sounds a little wild, but hey, he says dope, and I'm with that. My mother's in the chat. Greetings. Hope you're stupendous and living a good life up there in the cold. Hi, Corey Armstrong. Excited to see your fitness. I'm glad that you're excited to see my fitness because that's what I do for a living. You know what I mean? So it's a big part of my goal here today is get you guys excited about your fitness going into 2025. So guys, type in the chat, what is your goal for 2025? What would you like to accomplish? What would you like to achieve? I would love to help you with that, some of that today. Let's see who we got up in here. RNG Winnie says one. All right, cool. That's what I'm talking about. Brenda Tillman says one. That's good. That's good. That means systems are a go. Systems are a go. Guys, type in the chat. What is your goal? What are you looking to do for 2025? You know what I'm saying? 2025 is 4 days away, 3.5, technically, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Time to start start being out here, making those goals, you know what I'm saying, a reality. All right, we got bigger than big as hell says, let me grab a piece of your chocolate cake. What's up? I actually don't have no chocolate cake here. I don't eat that bullshit. But I appreciate you reaching out anyway about this matter. Now, if I know somebody who has some chocolate cake, maybe I'll point them in your direction, brother. Thank you for coming through. Paul Latourneau is a Canadian. Shout out to the Great White North, man. A, right? They say A and they say about up there. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? The Bald Jeff says a workout program. Okay, that's what's up, man. I don't know what you're saying that in reference to, but hey, hopefully you hit that target, you know what I'm saying, of getting a workout program. In fact, if you need some help, just like those initial stages, go ahead and get you that free, 50 pounds in 5 months formula, that free fat loss system. It's in the chat. Guys, let me know where y'all from. We got one of my brothers from the Great White North. Where y'all from? Type your city and country in the chat. All right, let me show some love. Let's get some shout outs up in here. How's Black Wolverine client? Hey man, stupendous from what I can tell. You know what I'm saying? From what I can tell, top tier. You know what I'm saying? Corey Armstrong, you're looking great. That's a fact. And I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I keep my standards high as well as my hydration high. I drink a lot of water and I lift heavy weights, get plenty of sleep. You do those things, my friend. Kyle goes quack. Potentially, you might be able to look this good at one day too. Okay. Corey Armstrong Fitness Fat Loss System. I think it will be excellent and good. Awesome. Hey, that's an interesting combination of words there that you utilize. However, I appreciate the support. You know what I'm saying? And I know that if you utilize some motherfucking concepts that I've laid out in there, you're gonna get amazing success, right? So I'm looking forward to hearing your success on the other side of it. Guys, type in the chat where y'all from. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all from? Who we got in the building? What cities we got up in here tonight? Okay, my mother says to get lean and more fit. Okay. You tracking the macros? You drinking that agua, that water? Them key factors right there. Jimmy Paez says, how's it going? My brother, I'm stupendous. Stupendous. Thanks for asking. You know what I'm saying? All I know how to be is stupendous. In fact, that's what it is. Paul says yes. That's what's up. That's what's up. Abel. How did you love and give up on and when? Says how you afford your house. Man, I increase my value by giving more value to others. I think that's the answer. You know what I'm saying? I increase my value by giving more value to others. But I did that by becoming a student and learning as much as I can. You know, if you want to change your life, this could be your year. Really hinges upon your ability to learn new things and put those new things into practice as fast as humanly possible. Because you are, just like me, the sum total of all the actions you've taken before this moment. So if you want different results in your life, you got to take what? New actions, right? But you're only going to know what actions to take if you learn those actions, right? And yeah, I set an intention for a type of space I wanted to live in a few years ago. I knew I wanted to live in Florida and off the water, you know, have a certain amount of abundance in my life. And I created that. You can do it too. All right. Detroit's in the building. Greetings. Africa. It's time for Africa. Okay. So, hey, shout out to Africa, the motherland. You know what I'm saying? Rhonda wants to lose her stomach. She's from Charlotte. That's what's up. Well, Rhonda, hopefully you know what you got to do to lose that big ass belly. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you what the key is. You ready? You got your notes ready? You just got to burn more calories than you consume. That's it. That's the magic. Now, from here, it just contingents upon like what strategy you can be consistent to actually do that. My man said, your dentist did that to you. Oh, this is a teeth joke. Yeah, man. I got fucked up teeth, but hasn't stopped me from hitting my goals. All right. Wish I could say the same about your mother. All right. Anyway, what up? You guys gotta excuse me. I'm a child at heart. What up, Corey? Bert and Ernie from Philly. Greetings. Greetings. What's going on? My goal is to do more fasting and get more defined. Love your content. Hey, man, the key to be able to do that is to really like have a system for that, like have a game plan to do both of those. Now, to do fasting is a way to get defined, right? So it's like if the goal is to get defined, there's different ways to do that. Fasting is one, you know, tracking your macros when you actually eat, and actually, you know, the way that you train your body. Those are all strategies to accomplish the goal of getting defined. So really, it just comes down to a combination of those things in ways that make sense for you, make sense for your lifestyle, that you can commit to consistently. And the only way you're going to get there is you got to have a plan. You got to have a roadmap, man. So I think the real thing is like, what's the roadmap? What's the game plan? I'm rooting for you, brother. Appreciate the support. Why we shouldn't eat fast food too much? Because it doesn't have any calories and it keeps you fat as big as hell. Have you done that video before? Yo, I have no idea what you mean by this combination of words, my friend. But I think you're asking about fast food. Like, why why you shouldn't eat fast food too much. Listen, let me tell you something. You eat whatever the fuck you want to eat, right? When you think about the goals that you have to understand that in order to get things that you haven't had, you have to do things you're currently not doing, right? All the results you want in your life are on the hard work that you've yet to do. So whether that hard work actually be tracking your nutrients, being more active, right? Training your metabolism to be a certain way, or targeting certain nutrients for energy and satiety so that you're actually able to build a deficit to lose some fat so you don't be big as hell. That's the work, right? You can eat this fucking fast food if you want, but it's like, are you doing those other things, right? Are you doing those other things? Are you even tracking? If you're not, and you don't know what to do, hey, just go get that free fat loss system. Links in the chat. Go get it. But yeah, how do you work on yourself? My friends, the key to any type of self-development is to have a target. That's why I started this live by like, yo, what's your goal for 2025? And I read a book almost 10 years ago now. Yeah. It's called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Right. And I revisit it every couple of years. In there, the author Stephen Covey says you have to begin with the end in mind. So you got to set a target first. You got to think about the end result or the end destination before you go on your journey. It's just like a road trip. All right. I'm in Florida right now, South Florida to be exact. If I wanted to go back to my hometown in Detroit, I would have to set that target before I get in my fucking car and start driving. If I just got in my car and drove, I would end up somewhere. It just might not be Detroit. But if I set that goal on the back, like on the front end, hey, I'm going to get to Detroit, then now I have a target to strive for. And everything that I do is now a strategic approach to get there. Right? Guys, if that makes sense, type 1 in the chat. I just want to make sure that makes sense. Right? So that's what you got to do. So now as you got that end target, you have to learn what it takes to get to that target. Preferably learn from those who've done it already. The great thing about today's modern age of information is like everybody pretty much has access to information of someone telling you how they either did the thing that you want to do or did pieces of the thing that you're looking to do. Right. So in the example I just used of getting on a road and getting to Detroit, all I got to do is type it in my GPS and my GPS will tell me where to go because somebody else has drove these roads before and they created a guide for me. So I don't have to like create a path. It's already there. I just have to learn what the path is. Now, if that made sense, type 2 in the chat. All right. I'm gonna give you one more thing to work on yourself, and that is do the work. Right? Do not fucking try anything this year, guys, because trying is why you are where you are right now. Try is an honest lie. It's just you telling yourself that you've made an attempt to do something, and you're essentially giving yourself validation for failure. Right? You're making failure acceptable when you say try. Think about if somebody owed you some money. Right? You own somebody like $1,000 and they was like supposed to pay you next Friday. If you call them on Friday and they say, yeah, man, I'm going to try to get you the money. Right? Are you expecting that money? Hell no. Right? You ain't expecting that money because try implies what? That there is a chance of failure. In fact, there's not absolute certainty and conviction that regardless of the obstacle, it's going to get done. And that's the thing about like setting targets is like you have to eliminate the possibility of failure. You have to eliminate the idea that you have a plan B, right? There can't be a fucking plan B because if there's a plan B, then you won't put your all into plan A because you think you got a fallback strategy. That's not what success is about. It's about doing what you're supposed to do until the job gets done. I'm going to say that again. It's about doing what you're supposed to do until the job gets done. You don't fucking clock out before work is done. No, you do the job until it's done. So that's how you effectively like work on yourself, man. It's like you define what you want, you learn from people who've done it, and you just do the work. You commit 100%, and you don't quit ever. Guys, if that inspired you, if you got something from that that was helpful, give me a flex emoji in the chat. You know the vibes. Okay, we got some places in the chat. We got West Norrington, PA. That's what's up, man. Catching my first live video, yours, dropping a like, loving the videos. Much love, homie. I have to bounce later for sure. I appreciate the love. Glad you was able to come through. Keep up the work. Love from Puerto Rico. Hey, what up, Puerto Rico? Since I've been following you, I've been tracking my calorie diet. Feel and look better. Thank you. Hey, let's clap it up for this brother. We have led my man Matthew to the land of awareness where he can actually start to make some differences and changes with his physique because he knows what he's doing. So I'm happy to hear that, man. I'm happy to hear that. I've lost 35 pounds listening to your short videos. Hey, let's clap it up for Big Frank. You know what I'm saying? You know the vibes. Okay. We got Gia just came through and said, I eat fast food and I'm very fit. Hey, that's great for you, Gia. I'm skinny fat and need to eat more protein. Love intermittent fasting, 140 pounds. Hey, intermittent fasting is the shit. It's in fact the shit. Gia says it's about portion control. I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that wholeheartedly. The homie Matt says he's from Philly. He's been following calorie deficit. Okay, yeah, he's just doubling down on it. That's what's up. I'm getting caught up on the comments, guys. I have a question. Why are you not live streaming in the grocery store like in shorts? I don't think that would be compelling. Maybe I could go to the grocery store and just start live streaming, but I just never thought about it, honestly, until now. Guys, if you want me to go live at the grocery store, you know what I'm saying, type grocery in the chat. Maybe I'll make a live at the grocery store if y'all want it. My man said he eat 3 double quarter pounders a day. I think I'm addicted. Yeah, bro. That shit. Think about the things that you do 3 times a day. Like, how many things do you really do? Okay, no. You do 3 of those a day. Yeah, think about the things that you do 3 times a day. It's not a lot of them. You might like take a piss and maybe use the bathroom, take a shit 3 times a day, but it's not many things you do 3 times a day. You out here eating 3 burgers a day? That's a high priority for you, my man. That sounded like a little bit of addiction. But no judgment here, man. Hey, if you're happy with it, man, just keep doing what you're doing. But if you're not, you need to you need to change something. Spazzed in says, hi, do you have cheat days? Yeah, I have cheat days. I have structured cheat days where I, hit a set target number of calories in association with my goal. I talk more about that in the free guide that I'm giving out. Go get a copy of that if you want to learn how to do it the right way, because there's a right and a wrong way to do it. Honestly, I admire Black people. I don't know why, but Black people are cooler than Caucasian people. I don't know if I would agree with that, man. I think everybody's cool in their own right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got friends. I think you might need some new friends. Like, you might need some friends that's from different places. You sound like you might just be like an isolated in a space where you only know a couple people. Get out there and meet some people, man. I've met some really cool Asian people, some really cool Middle Eastern people, African people, Hispanic people, like some of my favorite people. You know what I'm saying? So like, you just gotta meet some more people, bro. There's cool people of every ethnicity on the planet. If you guys think that everybody's cool, different ethnicities, type 1 in the chat. You know the vibes. Hey, fan, you sing Wade in the water for the clan meeting. I don't know if I'm qualified to do that, man. I'm not a member of the clan, nor do I sing. But I appreciate you coming through and showing some love. All right, hitting gyms in basketball and battle. I'm down 70 pounds in 5 months. Come on, man. Hey, let's clap it up for hitting gyms of basketball. That's how we get down, baby. We be out here losing fat. Shout out to you, man. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. Really am. Makes me happy, man, when people just come through and they just getting value from the videos, man. Do you get hungry in between eating? Nah, man. I drink water, bro. How much water you drinking a day, baby? If you ain't drinking at least a gallon, that's your motherfucking problem. You ain't hungry, you just thirsty. All right. I gotta talk to you like that because nobody's telling you the truth. You're not hungry, man. Drink more water. Guarantee it. How long you been working out? I've been working out consistently since 20. We'll say 2015. Before that, I was inconsistent. Like I would stop. Really started doing my first set of like push-ups and sit-ups when I was in middle school. I saw this movie called 300. Y'all ever saw 300? You know what I'm saying? Put a thumbs up in the chat if you've ever seen 300. Y'all seen that movie? It was with the homie Leonidas. He was a Spartan warrior. He was killing them Persians. Him and his crew, they was looking ripped and jacked. And I respected that so much. I said, you know what? I need to step my game up. I need to be more of a man. Because they embody manhood in that movie. If you've never seen it, definitely recommend it. But yeah, I started like doing like simple stuff in middle school, like push-ups and sit-ups at home. But I really started hitting the gym in college, but I was inconsistent. I didn't get consistent until 2015. So, we can comfortably say 9 years, baby. 9 years. Anything you do for 9 years, I mean, come on, man. It's a part of who you are at that point. You know what I'm saying? Say hi, Miriam Grace Morris. There you go. I'm 6'4", 275 and have muscle. Do I need to be lighter? I don't know. I think you got to look at like your body fat percentage in relation to that 275, right? Because when you think about 275, that does sound in fact big as hell. However, you might be very muscular, right? Just depends on how much your body fat percentage is. Now, I'm always Justice W. I don't know if you're a male or a female, right? Because on YouTube, they don't show that shit, right? They show this little character you got here as your icon. Just say maybe you're a guy. I don't know a lot of women that are that tall and that big, right? You need to figure out what your body fat percentage is. If it's below, like if it's below 15%, like you pretty lean. You are pretty muscular and lean. But if it's above 15%, you got some work to do. You need to get some of that fat up off you, playboy. Okay? That was helpful. Guys, if that perspective about body fat percentage is helpful, right? Give me a thumbs up. I want to know if I should do more body fat percentage videos for you guys. What do you recommend for gaining weight as a teenager? Well, first you got to set a weight target. I would say it's not specific enough to just say gain weight, right? Because gaining weight could be getting fat. You know what I'm saying? It could be getting bloated or it could be getting muscle, right? I think you got to set a target as it relates to, like I was just talking about, body fat percentage and lean mass, right? It's simple nowadays. Like you can just get a body composition scale for your bathroom, step on that motherfucker to tell you what your body fat percentage is and what your lean mass is. Then I would just say, just set like a goal. Like, all right, I want to gain 10 pounds of muscle, 15 pounds of muscle, 20 pounds of muscle. So now you have a target to shoot for as you aim to increase your weight. And the rest is simple. From there, you learn what you got to do. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, you have to be in a calorie surplus for one. So you have to consume more calories than you burn. And then you want that weight to be muscle, you gotta lift weights. You gotta get stronger. You gotta improve your muscular endurance, your strength. You gotta improve all of that, I think, to really like build out that physique and not put on a bunch of body fat. Now, if you need some help with that, go ahead and grab that free 50-pound 5-month formula. It's a system designed around fat loss, but honestly, bro, if you just take the principles in there and you just reverse the numbers and go for a calorie surplus instead of a calorie deficit in the section I talk about it, you can still put on muscle, because the principles of muscle building and fat loss, I mean, pretty similar as it relates to strength training, and knowing the calories and macros you should be consuming is just the opposite. You're in a deficit, you lose fat. You're in a surplus, you gain weight, ideally muscle. So you can go get that as a starter. But yeah, man, just eat more than you burn and get stronger. Guys, if you're looking to build some muscle, type of flex emoji in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Hello from Russian knife enthusiast. Hey, shout out to the knife enthusiast. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like you out here doing big things with knives. You know what I'm saying? Just don't hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got to. My great granddad died. Hey, my condolences. My condolences, Robin. And he was just a great man. He made a great person to me. Well, you think about your great granddad, think about what he would be most proud of as it pertains to the actions you take, not only today, but going forward into the new year. You know, because his time ran out, but yours has not. So you got the opportunity to make the most of it, make them proud. Memory will last forever, but this moment will not. So make the most of these moments while you got them, because life is fleeting, guys. We only got so much time. We don't know when our time is up. What would you do if Cardi B said she needs your help to work out? I would say, hell no. Nah. Guys, I've been a trainer since 2016. And I've done the miraculous feat that most trainers can never say that they've done. I've never had sex with a client. I've never, like, as much as made a physical move on a client. Now, there's a lot of men trainer who be out here getting it in with their clients, right? Y'all done heard about them, right? They are out here having sex with all their clients, right? But I got a strategy as to why I've been able to limit my exposure to those temptations. You want to know what it is? If she fine as hell, I'm not training her. I just say no to pretty women who ask me to train. I just say no every time. Now that I'm an online coach, I could train pretty women because I'm never gonna see them like face to face, right? So the temptation is not as strong. But yo, if you a beginner trainer and you looking to like really make the most of the career and not essentially devalue what you do by having sex with your client, yo, just say no to really attractive women. I know it's gonna be tough to say, but like Cardi B asked me to train her, I'm like, nope, you too fine. I'm not about to put myself under that level of temptation, like willingly. Like, no, it's other people who don't look like her that would love my services. And there's other trainers that could train the shit out of Cardi B and you know would be able to resist that temptation. I know myself. I'm like, nope, you're not about to bring that big booty around me. I'm good. Can you see the YouTube chat? Yeah, I can see the YouTube chat. I'm just slow, man. I take my time with the chat, man. I'm not like scrolling through fast. I'm using the chat to talk about stuff that helps y'all. Then I move on to the next one. What's the best protein bar to eat? I don't think there's a best protein bar, guys. I really don't. I think when you think about protein bars, you got to think, how does this relate to my goal? Let me get some electrolytes real quick. So like when you think about goals, right? Like we talk about two goals here: muscle building, fat loss, right? If you're looking to lose fat, you got to burn more calories than you consume, right? So ideally, you want a protein bar that has less calories in comparison to some others, right? And also is satisfying, right? So it gives you the nutrients as far as protein that you're looking for, and it's satisfying. What makes a protein bar satisfying, guys? It's the amount of grams of protein, because protein digests slower than carbs and fats, and it's also the fiber. So ideally, if your goal is fat loss, the best protein bars are bars that have lots of protein, not a lot of carbs and fats, and lots of fiber. Now, if that made sense for my fat loss people, type a thumbs up in the chat. I just want to make sure, right, as I pour this electrolyte powder into here, because that's all you really thinking about it from a practical standpoint, like what's going to be best for me, right? It's just like dating, right? Some of y'all suck at dating because y'all don't have parameters as to what's a good like match for you. You don't know what kind of partner you're looking for. You just accepting all willy-nilly, like whoever come your way. If she pretty, if she fine, I'm gonna talk to her. Nope. She's got to have certain parameters that she hits, right? There's certain criteria, meaning what kind of things or qualities does she exhibit that I would like in my life, because not only is this somebody you got to spend time with, right? But you become like the people you spend time with too. So you want to look for certain traits as it relates to the type of life that you want to live and type of partner that you would like to have. And similar, when you look at protein bars, man, what is this protein bar doing for me? What would I like to feel like after I eat it? Do I want to have to eat like 5 protein bars to be full, or do I just want to get one and be satisfied and full for a very long time? Do I want it to help me hit my macros better, like hit my protein, keep my carbs and fats under control? Because those are the ones that you run out of quick. If you track macros, you already know this. If you don't, just go get the free fat loss system. It teaches you how. But you're looking at it like that. Like, all right, is this going to keep my carbs and fats under control while helping me get my protein? And is there fiber there that's going to make me feel energized and full? That's it. And it's the opposite with muscle growth. With muscle growth, it's like, man, you actually need more carbs and fats. So in that case, you kind of look for something that you can eat a lot of and one, enjoy, because if you got to eat more food, you definitely want to enjoy it. You don't want to hate it. And then two is actually giving you those nutrients that you're looking for. When you're looking to build muscle, you just need more calories. So you actually want more carbs and fats, right? Guys, if that makes sense, give me a thumbs up in the chat. I just look at it like that. It's very practical for me. You know, you just look at the numbers. How does this affect my numbers and how I'm going to go and feel after? It's not all this marketing shit y'all see. They be talking about what they be talking about with these protein bars. They be talking about oils. they be talking about whether it's got sugars or not or natural. Fuck all that shit, man. How many grams of protein it got? How many carbs? How many fats? How much fiber? You look at that, you'll know everything you need to know about it. Okay. What would you do if Kim Kardashian says she needs? I would say no. Definitely saying no to Kim Kardashian. For the same reason I said no to Cardi B in your last example. I'm not doing that. I'm not putting myself in a compromising position of that manner needlessly. It's much more non-attractive clients that I could be coaching. Can I put muscle on at age 71? Yep. Yeah. I don't see why not. Now, is it going to be the same as it was when you was 20? Probably not. Your hormones aren't the same, but can you still do it? Yeah. You just got to put stress on your muscles to grow, through resistance training of some sort. And you have to feed your body the right nutrients to help it recover. You know what I'm saying? I was raised as a power lifter. Hey, that's what's up, Mark. Mark, you might be one of the smartest, one of the strongest guys on the live right now, man. Powerlifters are strong as hell. You know what I'm saying? You're in good shape. Hey, Joel, I appreciate that, man. You have a sharp set of eyes. What does your diet consist of? Whatever hits my macros, man. Whatever is on macros. Your weight and height, 185. I'm 5'10". Why Snoop Dogg so skinny? Because he don't eat that much. He don't eat as much as some of y'all big motherfuckers. That's why. What are realistic strength standards for someone who has been training for a year? I don't think there's realistic standards. I think it's all contingent upon what you started at, right? I don't know your stats, right? So let's just say you were like 5'5", 160 pounds. Completely different strength standards for a guy who's like 6'5" and he starts at 250. Right? He just has more lean mass to move more weight. So I think it's in relation to what your size is. Pause. Right? Like where did you start at? And what has been the gradual progression of strength? Because strength is inherently determined by your size. That's why them powerlifters all tend to be like the championship powerlifters. They all tend to be really large humans. Why? Because the larger you are, the more weight you can move. So a lot of them, if they're not naturally tall, they get fatter on purpose, because more mass means that you can move more weight. And so as a result, they can get stronger faster than someone who's small. Not to say someone who's small can't get strong, but there's definitely a correlation with size and strength to some degree. Right? More size, more lean mass, the more strength that you have. I think you got to just look at the stats though. The stats are going to tell you how good you are as far as your progressions are concerned. Is your lean mass, are you tracking that? Like how much lean mass you have versus body fat percentage, and how much is that going up in relation to how much your weights are going up? I think that'll give you more clarity. If that gave y'all some clarity, give me a thumbs up in the chat. You know the vibes. Nathan, hold up. Let me get a little sippy sip of my good old electrolytes. I've started switching to your snack suggestions, and it's been working great. Hey, that's what's up. Congratulations for you. Thanks for the help, and hope you keep the shorts coming. You know the vibes. We're going to keep these shorts coming. You know what it is. Why am I 185 pounds, 6 foot, and people say I'm small? Because for your height, that's pretty skinny. It's pretty skinny. All the guys I know over 6 foot, closer to like, 190 to 200, depending on how much lean mass they have. So definitely at 6 foot, you're not a big guy by any means. That's not to say that you can't change that if you want to change that. You know what I'm saying? Jalen says, yo, Corey was good. Greetings. Welcome to the chat, man. Welcome to the chat. If you're 6 foot and under 200 pounds, you're small. Hey, man, I wouldn't say small. I would just say not, you're not out here big as hell. It says, oh, yes, I've watched a video of a trainer cheating on his wife with a client. So messed up. Yeah, man. And it's, look, I think the reason why people cheat is the same reason why people get fat. And that's because they put themselves in environments where that behavior is acceptable. One of the it's so much easier, guys, to change your lifestyle when you abstain from things completely versus limiting, right? I'm gonna break that down. What's the easiest way to prevent you from like snacking? A lot of you motherfuckers think it's like, oh, I gotta pick healthier snacks. Nope. Guess what it is? Don't buy any fucking snacks, man. If you ain't got no snacks in the house and you in the house, guess what you're not gonna do? You're not gonna snack. Right? Cakes, pies, candy, dessert. If that shit's not in your house, you don't have access to it. How you gonna do it? Right? I just gave some of y'all the greatest pro tip to lose some fat this upcoming year. Just don't have that shit in the house. All right. My man who cheated on his wife with the client. What's the best way to like not cheat on your girl? Don't be training fine ass women that you're attracted to, man. Just don't do it. Just get other clients. You know what I'm saying? Or like me. I got a girlfriend. Do I go to the club? I live in South Florida. I'm in Fort Lauderdale. I'm 30 minutes from Miami, man. Some of the finest women on the planet here. Am I going to the bar on Friday night? Nope. I'm here talking to y'all. Why am I doing that? One, I got goals. I want to help you guys get, to your goals. Giving out value, giving out free content, all that stuff's part of what I do. It helps my business grow, helps my brand grow, right? But also too, it helps keep me out of trouble, man. I'm a handsome guy. I'm in pretty good shape, and I got some good things going for me, man. In some facets, I'm a target. So what's a way to make sure I'm not out here fucking my life up? Hey, I just don't go around that shit. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes the hardest things for you guys to say, I know it because I struggle with it too. It's like, say no to things, right? Be okay with saying no to things this year, because know this, in life, you always are saying yes or no to something. All right. It's just, what are you saying yes or no to? Say yes to them fucking chips, cookies, and pies this week. Cause it's the holiday week, right? And you gonna wait to, January 2nd to start. Yeah, okay. Right. But all you're doing is you're making it acceptable to behave that way. And it's just feeding the version of you that's keeping your life the fucking same. All right. What's the opposition to that? Say no to that shit. Nope, I ain't doing this no more. No more cakes, cookies, pies, chips. It's out of the house. I'm not doing it. And guess what you're starting to say yes to? A higher version of yourself that you want to create. Right? Y'all got the capability to do that. But you gotta start saying no to that shit that got you fat in the first place. Now, look, if that resonate with you, you're gonna start to implement some of those things. Hey, give me a 100 in the chat. Type 100 emoji in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Type 100 emoji in the chat. Hi, hope you're having an amazing day. I am new to the stream. I want to get a better idea of your morals. Could you please provide your profession, body count, and religion? Thank you. I don't have all that information, sir. I appreciate your interest in me as an individual and coming to the chat wanting to learn more about me. I don't have all that information on hand. I'm sorry. But hey, I have to say that was an impressive collection of words that you put together. I was thoroughly impressed by how you worded that question. Thank you very much. This guy's very wise. Hey, I appreciate that. And I would agree with that statement. I would agree with that, man. I would agree with that wholeheartedly. Is there like a testosterone supplement you recommend or any advice on that? Black Daddy. That's a funny ass name. Yo, the best testosterone supplement there is take your ass to bed at a certain time of night. I cannot overstate the importance of giving your body the appropriate time that it needs to recover and to lower your cortisol levels, right? Because cortisol kills testosterone. You know that, right? If you're stressed out because you ain't getting sleep or your life is fucking stressful, it's going to kill your testosterone. One of the main offenders of this, guys, is just not getting enough sleep. Take your ass to bed. Go to sleep, man. The fuck you staying up to midnight for, man? I know you doing it because my clients be doing it, and I'll be telling their ass the same shit. Go to sleep, man. Go to sleep. Have a bedtime. Have a set designated time when you are taking your ass to sleep. And then what's going to start to happen is you're going to start to recover better from every other thing you're doing. Your cortisol levels are going to come down. And then you'll notice a natural increase in testosterone. There's some other natural routes. I'm not going to tell you a supplement, man. Fuck them supplements. If you ain't got the other shit right, the supplements ain't going to help you. Right? Sleep. That's one. Getting the appropriate amount of protein and healthy fats. You should have that in relation to your targets, whether it's muscle growth or fat loss. And it's tied to your lean mass. If you need the math on it, just go get the free fat loss system. I teach you how to get your macros in there. But you got to hit your protein and fat macros because both of those are precursors to the production of testosterone. Right? You got those two, lift weights, resistance training. The more lean mass you have, the more testosterone you'll produce. And also there's some science that actually substantiates the connection that your body has when you look at HIIT cardio and actually being able to increase your testosterone levels too. So resistance training, HIIT cardio, hit your macros, hit some sleep, right? Those 4 things right there, that should be sufficient to naturally boost your testosterone levels. Now, if we're going to add a supplement after you've done those 4, vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 and a multivitamin, pretty much that's all you need, really, for general health. You do that stuff. Come on, man. You do that stuff, man. It'll help. You know. Now, bodybuilding coaches recommend testosterone supplements because they are speaking to somebody who has the goal of being in bodybuilding. Bodybuilding coaches bodybuild or coach bodybuilders. That's a different goal than just increasing your testosterone, right? You don't have to have you don't have to be pumping a bunch of testosterone supplements just to increase your testosterone naturally. Just like you don't have to be a bodybuilder to have good or high or normal levels of testosterone. You can have it naturally. You can have it through fixing your fucking habits, like I just talked about, right? You know, but you don't have to bodybuild or take a bunch of supplements to get there, right? If that helped you, drop a flex emoji in the chat. Do you like calisthenics? Listen, I think calisthenics are cool for like who do them. It always feels like whenever I see somebody doing calisthenics, I feel like they trying out to be like the next Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Like they be hanging upside down, doing levers, one arm push-ups, clap push-ups. You know what I'm saying? They be at the jungle gym doing all these fucking tricks. You ain't got to do all of that for the goals that I have. You know what my goals are? To build muscle strength and be as lean as possible while still maintaining a low body fat. You know what I'm saying? Like those, like my goals are simple. I want to build more muscle while maintaining a low body fat. I don't have to do calisthenics to do that. Now, do I do some calisthenic movements? I do like 4. I do weighted pull-ups, weighted dips, hanging leg raises, and then I do something called inversion boot sit-ups, which is you hanging upside down doing sit-ups. That's about it. I don't do all that other shit because you can target the muscles in ways with those movements without having to become Spider-Man. You ain't got to hang upside down just to hit your muscles in a certain way. You just use machines and free weights like I do and like I teach my clients. Okay, guys, if that was helpful, give me a thumbs up in the chat. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. All right, with 50% of U.S. children, Gen Alpha. What is Gen Alpha? That's the new gen. That's the new gen. I'm out of the loop, guys. I didn't even know that's what we was calling these young bucks, you know. Pre-diabetic and diabetic life expectancy could drop by 20 to 30 years, potentially lowering 50 to 60s. Thoughts? Yeah, man. Look, y'all know what my thoughts are. If you've seen any of my content, I think it's just about making better choices, right? You know, a lot of shit that people do in a lot of aspects, you know, it's just choices that people are making. And so really we have to be more educated, one, about like what these foods do to our bodies, but two, like we just got to take more responsibility, right? Like I believe in life, the only reason you don't have the results that you want is because you haven't taken enough responsibility for the things in your life, right? So when you think about like the road to like a better life, it's kind of like a road trip, right? And it's like a 2-man trip, right? Imagine you in a car and you in like the passenger seat and your excuses is in the driver's seat. Now, where do excuses take you? Right? Excuses take you to wherever the fuck you at now. Right? What you got to do if you want to have control of your life and sort of go on a new trajectory is you have to take the keys from the excuses and say, listen, I'm about to drive this fucking car. I'm about to drive my shit. Get the fuck out the seat. I'm driving. Right? And once you start to do that, man, things start to get better. You know, amazingly. It's like these kids, like, yeah, you know, to some degree, they're a condition of their environment, yeah, because they're children. But once they start getting to the point where they learn about what this stuff is doing to them and they get this information, I mean, it's about making better choices at that point. I think we got to empower these children, man. We're letting them know you can take the keys to your life and drive your own car. You can drive it. You don't have to adhere to what somebody else wants for you. Right? That's why I'm so passionate about telling y'all the real, man. Because like, yo, some of y'all don't even know y'all doing shit that's keeping you big as hell. And I'm here to tell you. All right. Now, if that helps you, hey, give me a flex emoji in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Give me a flex emoji in the chat. All right, I'm about to get in here. I got like 10 minutes for my next meeting. Let's get in here. Oh, hold on. Self-control is one fine ass client. They're training a man or a woman should be able to control themselves. Them temptations will always be there. Food, men, women. Cause yeah, listen, man, I agree. I think that the ability to discipline yourself enough to like say no to temptations, I think that's a great skill. It is. In fact, I preach it and I've acquired it in certain aspects of my life. Well, one thing that makes discipline easier is just not having access to the thing, right? So like if I don't have the means to the thing, I can't be tempted by it. It takes discipline out of the equation. I'm more accountable now, you know? Like let's say I wanted to save money. It's one thing to be like, "Yeah, man, you should be disciplined enough to not spend all your money." Yeah, okay. Right. Okay, yeah, we just not gonna spend the money in America, like the the worldwide leader in consumerism, right? Or you just have that money in an account you can't access, so now you don't even see it. You forget it's there. Who do you think? Like, if you had to place your bets on who gonna save the most money, right? Let's say guy number one has access to all his accounts, but he's super disciplined, right? Or guy number two, not as disciplined, but don't even have access to the account where all the savings is going. Who's gonna save the most money? I'm betting on guy number two. He ain't even got access. He ain't got to be disciplined. All right. That's the whole point I'm making. You ain't got access to the shit, you less likely to fuck your shit up. Can I please get a double burger with cheese? You can do whatever you want to do, man. Kingsley, what do you think about Polo Tropical food? I think Polo Tropical is solid, man. Polo Tropical, for those of you that don't live in Florida, it's like the Florida version of Chipotle. They're definitely a Tex-Mex place for sure, but they definitely like are a little, I ain't gonna say cleaner, but they like, I don't know, they got like different options, and they seem to be a little bit lighter on their portions from the two experiences I've had at Polo Tropical. I only went there because Chipotle, the line was too long or something, and I was just driving. But yeah, that's my take on Polo Tropical. It's fine. It'll hit your macros if you measure. How much harder is it to lose weight if you have insulin results? I have it. This person is saying insulin resistance, guys. I know what you're asking. You just spelled it wrong. Probably was autocorrect or something. Insulin resistance, that's a side effect of your pancreas being overactive. Essentially, you ate too much sugar in your life, so much so that the pancreas had to release more insulin. Get this, guys. Insulin's job is a growth hormone that takes the sugar that you consume out of your bloodstream, puts it in your muscle cells and your liver. Imagine if you was eating so much sugar so consistently that your body had to put out more and more insulin to keep doing that same fucking job. You took your pancreas into overdrive. So that's what got you this insulin resistance. All you got to do, homie, is the opposite, right? Consume less sugary foods, so lower carbs, more protein, fats, high fiber foods, and then increase the space in which your body can actually store sugars when it's time to. That's just build more lean mass. The more lean mass you have, the more insulin sensitive you are, because your body has more mass that it can store the sugars in, which means that there's not like this spillover, right? Because what happens when you have insulin resistance is like your body been shoving so much sugar into your muscles and cells and you ain't used it, it should just spilling over. It's like when you pumping gas into your car, right? And it had already hit the F symbol on the dial. You just keep pumping the gas in. What it's going to do? It's going to spill out on your shoes, right? You look at your big ass belly, right? That's gas spillover from the food you ate. That's what that is, guys. If that analogy made sense, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. What if you work till midnight and can't sleep until 5 a.m.? Just go to sleep. Go to sleep when you go to sleep. And I think you just put yourself on a strict bedtime that you got to go to sleep. So if you're saying you can't sleep, like you're saying, like you're laying in the bed and you up, like you can't get to bed, or you're saying because of your schedule, that's the time you go to bed. Those are two different things. Let's just say it's thing number one. Like you laying there, you staring at the ceiling. I just learned about this thing that I've been doing that I think could help a lot of people. I might do a video on it, but basically you can like think about like a word in your head, right? Like, let's just say it's like a, I don't know, man. Like, let's say it's doctor, right? So what you do is you spell the word doctor in your brain, right? While you laying there like attempting to go to sleep. And then what you think about is you think about something for every letter of the word doctor. So D is the first word. You think of something that starts with a D. So you can say like dove, right? Either the soap or the bird, right? So dove. So in your mind, you think dove, you imagine a dove, you see the picture of the dove, and then you go to the O, right? You can say O is for ocean, right? So you think about an ocean, you kind of think, imagine an ocean, and then you go to the C, right? And you spell out the whole word doctor, and you think of an image and a thing with the letter that you're using for that part of the spelling, and you keep running that until you fall asleep. So you do it like 1 time, 2 times. I have never made it to 3 times doing this. Every time I get to like that second walkthrough of spelling out the word and imagining different objects with every letter, I'm out. I'm out by like the second time. So you do that tonight, Elba, and you report back what your experience was. If you don't fall asleep after that, we're gonna go to plan B. Right, guys, if you want me to go live again tomorrow, right, type live in the chat. Type live in the chat. All right. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hey, man, I appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. Yo, my man said the D word he was thinking about was Diddy. Why are you thinking about Diddy? Diddy is in prison, man. Right? Why are you thinking about Diddy right now? What are you doing? Because at least you can eat a lot of those compared to fake food. All right, cool. All right. Appreciate that. We're gonna answer one more of these, and then I gotta go. I got some people saying live. Okay, we got some people saying live. Teresa saying live. Lauren saying live. Rick saying live. All right, for sure. I'm gonna come through and go live again tomorrow. How do I get a 6-pack? Listen, 6-pack, it's a 2-part formula. One, you gotta lose belly fat. You have to get your body fat percentage low enough to reveal the muscles that you have, which leads us to part 2 of the formula. You have to actually train the muscles. Train the muscles to actually build the abdominal muscles, so that once you actually lose that fat, you can see the abs that you've developed. All right. So you got to train your abs with resistance, right? Whether it be, there's a lot of different movements you can utilize: cable crunches, hanging leg raises, Roman chair sit-ups. So many that it would take another live for me to go through them. But instead of going through another live, listen, I'm going to just drop my simple 6-pack system in the chat for y'all to get access to. And, if you want to, learn more about how that could help you, you know what I'm saying, just going to get you a copy. Also got that free fat loss system for y'all right there comfortably in the description of the video, also in the chat. I got to go. Holla at y'all later. Peace.